Hello everybody and welcome back to Mutti Plays Legend of Zelda the Minish Cap. Before we move on, I would just like to inform you that if you did not do that kinstone fusion that teleports you here before the plot requires you to get here, you will not be able to get the light arrows. So if you want the light arrows, be sure to take care of that fusion before you get here. And be sure to help the old man, because, well... And lots of keenstones! Yay! And, I believe if you talk to that girl right there, she will flat out tell you to go ahead and take the keenstones, so you're not really stealing. And who is that texting me? Oh, hi, sweet. Oh, poor guy. Welcome. Long ago, and then an age before that, our tribe abandoned the place you call the Wind Ruins. With our magic, we moved our palace up into the skies. We are the Wind Tribe. We have been watching, and we know all that happens on your surface world. We know a small boy collects elements to lift the curse from a princess. We know of Vati and his evil acts. The wind tells us these things. The wind element that you seek lies deep in the palace of winds above me. When the blade has been infused with the 4 elements, the way to the light force shall open. So it is told in the legend of the Wind Tribe. Vati himself may already know this. Surface dwellers are not permitted to enter our palace, but you are special. You may continue to the roof. And we shall do so. And that little girl will mention that she has always wanted to go into the palace to get the device that lets them fly, but she's a bit scared, so she's not going to do it. And the pots on the edge right there will always have fairies, so if you're ever short and you've gotten to this point, you can check things out. What an irritation! We find our way to the very tops of the clouds, and now we have to go even higher to find a floating palace? I can't believe what a long way we've come. And look how high we are. Don't look down, Mutti, and watch your step. It's a long fall from here. You think this is high? Wait till we get to the boss chamber. This room is a series of pressing switches so that you can activate the bridges to progress forward. And as you can see here, I am killing those peahats with my arrows, but you could also that was funny. You could also use the boomerang to stun them, and then use the sword on them if you're picky about how much ammo you're using. And over here there is a big block that is blocking our way, and we need to split in order to move it. So we split it right here. And then we push, and then we progress further. Now, in this room, you see those red things? Yeah, don't touch them. They will explode, and if you hit them at the wrong spot, they're going to explode you right off the platform. Right there. So, yeah, be careful. And, lots of crumbly floors in this place. And, lots of, flame, And as LOZ making a comment about the clouds over there, and we will get to them later. Trust me. And pick a spot where you won't be hit by those, slash that, and then have a bomb ready so that it'll go off after you go here. And if you have the remote bombs, you can just lay one and then press it once you've crossed the bridge. And now a mini boss fight. Basically, with Wizrobes, the most annoying thing about them is the part where they don't stay on the screen too long and they teleport a lot. So either position yourself where they spawn or stun them like I'm doing when they do spawn and slash away. I believe the arrows are also effective against them. And it will take 3 waves to finish off this mini boss rush. And we unlock a chest. And it has the Rocks Cape! Yay! We can jump now! Yay! And now we are going to leave the dungeon because I've got some stuff to show you now that we have the Rocks Cape. Basically a series of Keenstone fusions that will make beanstalks grow around Hyrule. Master Malari has one, and it's growing in that spot just at the top of that gigantic grip ring wall. And to climb it, you just press up towards it. And there are rupees and a heart piece here. Next stop, I am switching out the regular bombs for remote bombs. Because even though I don't see much use for them for the final boss fight, I do admit they're pretty handy, pretty much everywhere else. There might be something in the final dungeon that, I would prefer to have the regular bombs for, but if that proves to be a problem, I'll switch then. And here we are at the Eastern Woods, just west of the Minish Woods, and, we go over here and fuse with this guy to make another Keenstone grow. Did I say Keenstone? I meant Beanstalk. And now that that has grown, we shall climb it. Climbing up, 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 up. And there are 2 chests, one with 200 rupees, a heart piece, and one with 200 mysterious shells. And here I stopped by this little place because I'm trying to look for the because I thought I might as well get it out of the way while I was trying to find out where to find the next beanstalk guy. And 50 rupees with a Keenstone piece. Do be careful of those legs. And now that we were at Lake Hylia, we fuse Keenstones with this guy to grow another beanstalk. And this particular beanstalk is why I waited until we got the Rocks Cape to do all this. Because in order to even get to the beanstalk, you need to be able to jump. So now that we can jump, I'm doing this right now. And as you can see, it is a little tricky. Just a quick press of the A button will give you enough boost to get from each platform. The trickiest part is maneuvering yourself diagonally so that you can land on that spot right there. But once you're there, you're golden. And now we use the moments to enter another moment tunnel, and we explore a bit. Because this one, it's nice and long and it has lots of wonderful stuff for us. And over in this branch of the tunnel, we will finally reach the final Keenstone fusion we need to unlock that final bottle. Yay! And now with the final Goron, they break through and expose the final chest in the Goron cave. But we are not going there just yet, but we will later in the part, so let's get back through the tunnel and dig a lot, and a lot. And down this branch is a piece of heart. Yay! And I mistakenly thought something was in the water, but nope. And more digging, Keenstone pieces, and 50 mysterious shells. Back to the first fork, and more digging, Keenstone piece. And now we are at the stretch of the tunnel that leads to the Beanstalk. And I don't think there's anything particularly whoa, watch out for that like. I don't think there's anything particularly special inside the moment material, so if you don't feel like cleaning out, don't feel like you missed anything. And here, another piece of heart, which gives us a new heart container, 200 rupees, and 200 mysterious shells. And now that we have the Rockscape... Aha! Yes, you have the Rockscape. And you have acquired new skill. Yes, I am ready to train you again. So, would you like to train? Please. Now I will teach you a new technique. The down thrust. First, equip the Rockscape. Second, equip the sword. Third, jump. Then, fourth, at your jump's peak, swing the sword. That's all, young swordsman. Do you understand? Yes. Yes, you see it, do you not? But one must feel the technique, not just hear about it. That's why I will now possess your body, so as to demonstrate the technique. Witness the swift blade switcheroo technique of training. Ugh, switcheroo! Phew! Now you must try it yourself. Equip the Rockscape and the sword. Jump! When you reach your jump's peak, swing the sword. That's all. Yes, fine work. You know the way. I will now give you this tiger scroll. If you ever forget this technique, you can review it with this scroll. Yay! And now we have all 7 blade techniques. Tiger scrolls, that's the thing we wanted. Okay. And here another sped up montage of me getting figurines because I noticed I was almost at 999. So and I do plan on later, uh, basically, uh, going over all the figurines once we have collected all of them um, to read their descriptions so that you guys can enjoy them. And, but that's going to take a while, and that's going to be a post-credits thing because, there are some figurines, I think it's 6 or 10 of them, I believe the number is 6, that don't become available until after you go through the credits at least once. So, yeah, that's not going to be for a while. Though, since we've already been in the Palace of the Winds, that might be a bit sooner than expected. And, I promise we'll go back to the dungeon, once you... What? Not you. Once, tomorrow comes, because, honestly, I can't really think of anything to mess around with, and, well, it's kind of a dick move on my part to interrupt a dungeon to mess around, isn't it? But, I promise I'll stuff the next few parts with plot. Might be 2 or 3, at least. And, yeah. Banana nut muffin. I need to talk about something. Alright, Danda, here we can jump, and the bell will ring, and a heart piece will drop down. And here, I believe it was damp base fusion. It's basically a keystone piece. And over here, another tunnel. Basically, to get over here, you have to shrink in the second Minish portal in the Wind Ruins and go left. And now we're closer to the first Minish portal, and we fuse keenstones with this guy to make another beanstalk grow. And now we go up here and see what the beanstalk has in store for us. A big chest that contains a quiver upgrade. Yay! And now we go over to Kessler Wilds. Remember that gravestone I pointed out to you? Well, now that we have all 7 Tiger Scrolls, we can get an 8th Tiger Scroll. Haha! Swift blade the first, spirit of the swordsman. If you train with me, I will teach you skills that are out of this world. So, would you like to train here? Yes. This is a technique that only I have mastered. Only one who holds the sacred blade can perform the great spin attack. First, do a spin attack. Second, press the button repeatedly. Repeatedly! Repeatedly! Do you hear me? That's all, young swordsman. Do you understand? Whoa! But it is not so easy. One must feel the technique, not just hear about it. That's why I will now possess your body so as to demonstrate the technique. This is the spooky switcheroo technique of training. Watch this. Switcheroo. Phew, now you must try it yourself. Perform a spin attack and hit the button again, 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 again. Yes, fine work, you know the way. You have passed the test of Swift Blade the First with such ease. I will now give you this tiger scroll. If you ever forget this technique, you can review the scroll. And, like I said, now we have all the tiger scrolls. Go over to this guy to... I fuse for... I believe it's the final Beanstalk. And, funnily enough, it is strangely close to where the fuser is. And we go back to normal size, ignoring that moblin, and climb up the beanstalk. And here we have a bunch of rupees with a keenstone piece. And remember the Pico Bloom guy? Now the Picos have bloomed. And it does something, which I haven't shown you yet. Now, it is at this point that I suspect that the version of the game I am recording is not the same as the version of the game that I actually played with my physical copy. Because here it is translated as cranial hot spring water, but in the version that I played, it was cranial mineral water. And we'll come back later, and here, the final bottle. Yay! And last but not least for this part, we are going to buy a blue potion. Because it is 60 rupees and it is awesome. And I am not telling you something just yet. And with that, I will call it a part. Next time on Mutti Plays Legend of Zelda the Minish Cap, we are actually going to finish going through the Palace of the Winds, or at least unlock the blue warp in the dungeon. And then we will do more plot stuffs. Yay! See you then!